is not much different than what we just did in 6.9. It's all the same work. We just have to work with word problems. So it's all of the same steps, just working with word problems this time. So it's just examples for these notes. Okay? Let's look at example 1. And I took these from the homework and then just changed the numbers. So these are similar to what you're going to see on your homework. Okay? Example 1, renting a car for 3 days costs $50. Renting a car for, oh wait, it's not supposed to be 3 days. 2 days. Change it to 2. Well, because I changed the numbers, I did the work later after I copied all of these and realized we would get fractions, and so I'm having you change them. At least you don't have to write the whole problem.
Are we going to get fractions on the homework?
No, that's why I changed it. Okay, so renting a car for 2 days costs $50. Renting a car for 5 days costs $75. Part A, write a linear equation using days. Now, days is going to be your x, and cost is going to be your y. Okay, Johnny asked a good question. What does the word linear mean? What word is in here that you guys know? Line. We talked about this on the first day, right? And ear. Oh my gosh. Okay, linear means that when we have equations that look like y equals mx plus b, when we graph them, we will always get a line of some kind. There are other types of equations that give you not a line. That's our next unit. Okay? So linear means that it is a straight line. Okay? No exponents in x. That's how we get linear. Okay? Okay, so linear equation using days, comma, cost. So your days are going to be the x's. Your y's are going to be the cost. So can we write these costs as coordinates really quickly?
Yeah.
So what's that going to be? Our first coordinate is 2, comma, 50. And the other one is 5, comma, 75. Okay? So rewrite them as coordinates first because now we're working with things that we know. So to write a linear equation, first I need to find the slope. So I'm going to plug it all in. 25 minus 50.
25.
All over 5 minus 2. So that gives me 25 over 3. Can I reduce that? No. So this is my slope. It is a fraction. That's okay. It will all work out, I promise. Okay, which point do you guys want to use?
2 and 50.
2 and 50? Okay, so 50... You good? Okay, 50 is x or y? Y. So 50 equals slope 25 over 3 times x, which is 2.
Do you put 1 underneath the 2?
We can. Okay. So 25 times 2. What does that give me? 50 over 3. Oh, we might get fractions for this one. 50 over 3 plus b equals 50. That's okay. Fractions are our friends, right? Okay, so how do I get b by itself? Subtract 50 over 3. If you guys can do this with fractions, with whole numbers, it's a piece of cake. So these cancel, right? Okay, so 50 minus 50 over 3. I'm going to do that off in the margin here. 50 minus 50 over 3. 50 is the same as 50 over 1. Now I can't subtract these yet because I don't have common denominators. How will I get a common denominator?
Multiply by 3.
Good. Multiply by 3. So 3 times 50 is 150 over 3 minus 50 over 3. So what's that going to give me? 100 over 3. Does that reduce? No. So my b is 100 over 3, which is okay. Okay, so let's plug it back in. Y equals 25 over 3, x, plus 100 over 3.
Is it the same thing we did before?
It's the exact same thing we did before,
So it's just in,
but there's just fractions for this one.
no.
Part B, this is the different thing about the word problems now. We want to use our equation, this one right here, to find the cost of renting a boat for 9 days. Is 9 days X or Y? It's X, right? So I need to plug in 9 for X, and then we're going to be able to solve for Y. That's all they want us to do. So we have Y equals
Isn't it supposed to be a car?
25, yes, 25 over 3 times 9. I know.
You could rent a boat, can't you?
Yeah, you can, but the problem is a car.
Oh.
Plus 100 over 3. We can put 9 over 1, and before I multiply 25 times 9, I can reduce. 3 goes into 3, 1 and 3 goes into 9, 3. So that's going to be Y equals 25 times 3, 75, plus 100 over 3. Okay, now let's get this over common denominators. 75 over 1 plus 100 over 3. Multiply by 3. Oh man, guys, I'm going to use my calculator on this one. 75 times 3. 225 plus 100, and we can put it all over the common denominator, right? So that's going to be 325 over 3. Is that going to reduce? No, it is not. 325 divided by 3. Okay, it's about equal to, this is cost, so dollars. 108.3333, so 108.33 cents. Okay, that's my fault because of the fractions, but the work is all the same.
You're not going to figure out the tip
know.
and the tax, and they're like, okay, get out your wallet and pay for the tip.
Okay, number 2. In 2003, John spent $130 in home repairs. In 2005, he spent $450. Write a linear equation. Use date, comma, money. Okay, here is a trick for these. Notice how 2003, we have 20003 and 2005. Just use that last number. You will get the same thing because the 2000s will end up canceling each other out. And on your homework, it does actually say to do that. I just didn't want to use the space. Okay? So just use that last number. So what would my 2 points be? Date, comma, money. So 3, comma, 130. And
5 and 450.
5, comma, 450. Good. Okay. Now these are all going to be exactly like what we just did on the last 6.9. There will be no fractions on this. Okay, so how do I find slope?
Y1 minus.
Y2, and what are the y's? The 3 and the 5, or the 130 and what?
450.
450 minus 130, all over
5 minus 3.
5 minus 3. Okay, 450 minus 130.
320.
320, all over
2.
2, which reduces to
16.
160. 160. You forgot the 0. Yeah.
It's less complicated when they're smaller.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to help you guys out on that first one, and I did not do a great job. Okay, so now I need to find the B. So I need to pick one of these 2 points to plug in.
5 minus 3. 3 and 130.
3 and 130? Okay, so Y, that's 130.
Oh, yeah, 3
Minus, or equals, 160 times 3 plus B. Okay,
60 times 3.
130 equals, okay, 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4, and then we add that 0, 140, or 480 plus b. Okay, subtract 480 from both sides. So we get b equals negative 350. Bubble that one. Do we have all the information we need?
Yep.
We do. So what is my equation? 160x minus 350. Good.
So what's the answer?
That's your answer.
Awesome.
All your question was to write a linear equation. This looks like an equation to me, right?
Yep.
Okay, so look at part B.
Let's do this on our own.
Use your equation to find the amount he spent in 2007. So what am I going to use for 2007? Just a 7. Now, is the date the x or the y value? The x. So you're going to plug in x equals 7 into this equation. So we would get y equals 160 times 7 minus 350. 160 times 7, what does that give you?
0,
46.
1,120.
1,120
So smart.
minus
I don't know how
350. 46?
Yeah. Or 460.
Okay. And 1,120 minus 350?
730.
770. Let's double check. 1120 minus 350. 0. Borrow. 12 minus 5 gives me 7. Have to borrow again. 10 minus 3 gives me 7. Now, are we working in dollars, days,
Dollars.
whatever? Dollars, yeah. So make sure you put the dollars, please, because I need to know that you know what it is we're working with here. Okay?
$770.
Just like the last one on the previous note. Change that 12 to an and it's going to make everything better. I just did it.
Aren't you sure?
I promise this time.
Let's do 5 and 11. because
Okay?
If not, we get a pizza party.
No. Okay. So, we have 3 points here, right?
Yeah.
What's this point?
F.
5, comma 11. What is this one? 10, 13. And what is this one? 20 and 15. I only need to pick 2.
Ooh, 5, 11, and 13.
Let's pick the first 2 because they're smaller. Okay, so we are saying if minutes, shh, guys, listen to this because we need to be able to decide which ones are X's and which ones are Y's. If minutes M were on the horizontal axis, is horizontal going up and down or side to side? So this is M, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And cos C were the vertical, so that's up and down?
Yeah.
So what is X here, M or C?
Yeah.
M, right? This is the x-axis. C is Y. So our M should all come first, just like we did right here. And our C should all come second, just like we already did. Okay? But you need to make sure you read that part, because it might have flipped it on us, and that would change our answer. Okay, so this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Okay? Write a linear equation. So I'm going to do slope. M equals. We decided we wanted to use these first 2, so that is 13 minus 11 over?
10 minus 5.
Good job, Ashley. 10 minus 5.
It's 2 over 5.
Oh my. Watch. No, watch.
It's all good.
It's all good. Okay, 12 minus 11 gives me 1 over 5. Don't worry about it because it's going to cancel out. This is my slope. Okay, which point do you guys want to plug back in?
I'm glad.
512 or 1013?
512.
512. So that's going to be 12 equals 1/5 times
I think it's 4 minus
Wait, I did
5.
You got it wrong.
Oh my gosh. 13 minus 12, which still gives me 1. I just wrote it backwards.
my god, next
Guys, Wednesday is just not my day today.
It's alright, we all make mistakes.
Thanks, Tommy.
You got a little brown on your nose.
Oh, Tommy. Oh. Okay.
Wait, what?
I got it,
Wow.
Okay. So that is 12 equals 1/5 times 5 plus b, correct? Okay. You guys are being so awesome, being patient with me. Okay, so 1/5 times 5, what happens there? That simplifies to 1. So this is 12 equals 1 plus b. Subtract 1. So 11 equals b. So it worked out the first time. So what's the equation there?
Y equals 1/5.
1/5 x plus 11. Good. Okay. Find the cost for 100 minutes. Is minutes x or is minutes y?
Minutes Y. No, Y. Oh, it's X.
Minutes
no,
is
yeah,
X.
it's X.
So we're going to plug in 100 for x. So y equals 1/5 times 100 plus 11. Does 1/5 times 100 reduce?
Yes.
Yeah.
25 or 20.
20. They want us to find the cost for 100 minutes. Minutes is x, right?
Right.
So we plugged in 100 for x.
I finished second.
This is
11. Oh.
because from our formula.
Where'd you get 20 from? Is it gonna be 20?
Okay, because this is 100 over 1, right?
Yeah.
5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 100 20 times. We just cross-reduced. So y equals 20 plus 11, which is
31.
31 what? Tommy, reread the question. Find the cost.
Oh, cost. I'm sorry.
31
I was looking at the minutes.
$.
Wow.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.